It's called Same Space. Good morning, everybody. I done had my meds, so bear with me. Y'all want some class? We're gonna do some mythology today. What y'all say to it? Y'all want some mythology class today? You're gonna need your book too. Y'all ready? Or no? Hello, everybody. Oh, that's okay. Is y'all ready? You're gonna need your book too now. And your book light if you have one. Nerds are us. No, I'm just playing. Come on in, come on in. We're gonna be in our book too today. I want to apologize to anybody that thought I was being rude yesterday. It is my mean week, and I've been trying to hold myself together because my mouth can get real slick. So just bear with me. I'm human, and I'm not. This ain't scripted. So it's real life over here every single day. Listen here. And then, too, I have to tell y'all, sometimes people don't send emails to the right place. Sometimes your name is something else and I don't remember. It could be a number of things. I might be going through some stuff in my own life. So, remember that I'm a human being, and then I have a lot of things that I'm responsible for. Not saying y'all don't, but I do. And so then there be that. And so I'm learning, just when I don't feel like being on here, I just don't get on here. If y'all not being able to tell. That way I don't get in trouble. Because I'm tired of getting in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. So I can't play with y'all every day sometimes. Sometimes I can only play with y'all once a day. You hear me? Sometimes I can't. So I got to learn I got to learn my what's the name? Because we've been doing this a long time. To those of you that have been here a while, y'all know I didn't think this was going to last 6 months. No excuse. Always be kind. Do all things. You don't read the Bible, do you? Cheap physician. You know that Jesus got angry and went in the tabernacle beating people with a cat of nine tails and kicking over tables? Jesus himself. What would you call that? It's too effing early in the morning. Keep your thoughts to yourself if they don't make sense. It is an excuse. God said, be angry and sin not, nigga. So what I did was not get my black ass on here so that I didn't have to offend nobody. But as you can see, it's always somebody got something to say about it. Ain't got nothing to do with them. Evidently, you ain't ever been around a woman that's on her mean week. Keep your thoughts to yourself. They only important to you. Let me go get me some water. I'll be right back. I just said, and then you want me to go away. That's what I want you to do. Go away. It's so many fake people on this planet, Lord Jesus. I don't want to be fake, and I'm not going to act for a soul. If you're looking for acting like a Christian, that's going to be on aisle 11. I have relationship. This is the relationship aisle on aisle 7. So if you expected me to act like a Christian, you're going to need to go down to aisle 11 where folks be acting, because I'm going to be a real person every day. God made me this person. If you don't like it, you could just not be over here. And that's for anybody. I don't care. I'm trying to tell you. If I irritate you to where you feel like you can talk crazy to me, the best thing you should do is not ever click on CERCA TROVA 22. I promise you it's going to be a better day. Because I'm not on your page, you on mine. You better leave me alone. Going on now, it's too early. Why would you stay somewhere where you irritated? That say a lot about you. I'm trying to tell you. Moving on. It's too damn early in the morning. Thank you, Memphis. I just had to prep my mind to get on here. That's why I didn't get on here last night. Good morning, everybody on YouTube. How am I doing today? I was doing real good. And then, so moving on. Let's do this. You're going to need your book too. If you got it, grab your book too. Good morning, everybody. I love y'all. Do y'all find yourself telling people y'all love them more often since you've been over here in the WOIU community? Who find themselves telling people they random strangers? It's a good thing. I promise it is. The more love you get, the more love you give, the more love you get, even if it's just a kind word, right? It's the truth. But people still think they can't get chopped in their throat. I don't know why they think that. Now, who was here for our lesson about giving God stuff away and letting your thoughts come lay on the sheets he gave you? Was anybody here for that class, or y'all wasn't here? You was here, Dewana? Who? You said, baby, me. Can I ask you a question? Did it make you have to rethink some things in your own life? Anybody? Elizabeth said, absolutely did. Thank you, Funky. He said, absolutely did. Absolutely did. Absolutely did. Ooh-wee. Memphis, did you miss that class? Because, baby, listen here. You said most definitely did. Justice said, ooh. Somebody said, Kayla, was you here for it? God sound like a person that did bent over backwards for you, like, helper. And then, please, let me tell you something what you not about to do. I done put this bed up in here and got you hooked up with the stamps, the yamps, and all of this. And then you had a nerve to bring a nigga up in my house. Did you? And didn't think that I get you busted. I said, oh, wait a minute, hold on, Dad. Work. I said, wait, what? He said, so, did anybody go back and read that after that? I know y'all was like, wait, what? Is this in the Bible? This cannot be in the real Bible. This is not in the Bible, but it is. But it is. That's why I said if you go back and you read the Bible through a different lens, Sean, listen here. Trying to tell you, wasn't he going on Justice? Had my cousin reading it? Who posted it on their page? Like, did y'all post the scriptures? Did y'all say somebody need to go read this? I bet the pastors was like, I did not see that. The ministers in your church, I don't know. The devil is a lie. You don't wanna read about what's going on over here? You said the Bible is so much better now. It's been juicy the whole time, but you know what happened? Who wouldn't know what happened? Our daddy peeled the scales off our eyes. You said I had to go to my car and read it on my lunch break. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I started reading the Bible over, and man, I got a different understanding. Come on. You said, girl, it was good. 1 John 16, I believe. No. Was it 1 John 16? No, that was something else. Ezekiel 16. Thank you. Aw, thank you, Pumpkin. It was either John 16 or Ezekiel 16, I believe. Yeah, Ezekiel 16. We read John 16 yesterday or the day before. So, thank you so much, Justice. I appreciate that. You got the book Lamech of Cain. It's pretty interesting. Don't it make your toes wiggle? It make my toes wiggle. All of these books make my toes wiggle. Every last one of them. Hold on. I gotta go get some Queen's cream. Give me a second. I think I slept too good last night. I got a whole cramp in my neck. I got in my bed and the murder mysteries was watching me sleep. Oh, the murder mysteries was watching me sleep, buddy. These books are interesting. Yes. Listen, and this is why I be trying to tell people, we don't do religion over here. We don't do that. We don't want no parts of that. You hear me? Oh, shoot. We don't want no parts of that because religion stops you from being able to see. How many people have tried to introduce this to people that still are in church and they say, oh, somebody said we ain't supposed to read it. And I said, well, who is they and who is somebody? Tell me. Because do you know what Hosea 4 and 6 says? It says that God's people are going to perish because they don't have enough knowledge. I don't understand how you don't believe that. That's a real thing. You got your pigs in the parlor and Josephus. Come on now. Come on. And did. And did. This is the thing. You said I was listening to you and you was watching me sleep. That's crazy. Oh, I didn't even think about that I be watching y'all sleep. If y'all go to bed, turn the TV off, damn it. Turn it off. Put a time on it. 35 minutes, 45 if you know you tired. Talk about hiding the word in your heart. For real, for real. My daughter hijacked my piece in the parlor. Yep, I told y'all books was going to start becoming important to people and they didn't believe it. Because this world tell you don't need no books. Books is for nerds. And you don't want to be a nerd. Well, damn it, give them all to me. I'll take all of them. Don't worry about it. Every one you don't want. Because I don't want to be... Good morning. I don't want to be out here bad. I want to know. I want to understand. You see what I'm saying? So, book 2, let's get it popping. I think my prescription is changing really, really quickly. Nuts. And I still ain't took my raggedy self to the doctor. All right, here we go. Yep, I do have to live in a library, says the WOYU people. Says the WOYU people, I do have to. Ain't that crazy? Here we go. You always watching me sleep, always listening to old stuff. Lord Jesus. Oh, God. All right, let's go. Okay. We book hoarders over here. X-nay on the hoarder. I do not want to be a hoarder. I don't care what kind of hoarder it is. I don't want to be one. I told you hoarders run in my family. No, I don't even want that name anywhere near me. We're going to have to think book collectors. We're book collectors. I don't want to be a hoarder. I don't want to be a hoarder. No. I have to fight so hard. I have to rearrange and move and build things to make stuff fit because them shows be scaring me. I'll be like, oh! Ooh. I got kids. I know what it feels like when all of them got toys and they all over the floor. You could barely walk in there. You have to walk with your toes crunched up like this because you don't know if they didn't hit something under the toys and it's just toys everywhere. And they go in there and they tear up their closet. They pull all the toys out and they put all the clothes out of the closet because they're looking for something. Every drawer is out. I don't want to go back to that life. What are you doing in here? I was looking for something. What? That you had to pull every single thing out of every drawer from under the bed, and now I can't even see the floor in here. What was you looking for? Well, I found it. What was it? It was my fork to my kitchen. What did the clothes hanging on the hangers in the top of this closet have to do with a fork? Sure you weren't playing dress up while you were... You said my 5 and 2-year-olds. Listen, I already know. And I have 4 kids under 6. I already know. I have 4 kids under 6. You do not have to tell me. I already know. You said my daggone daughter all day. I'm trying to tell you. I pray for y'all. I'm going to pray for y'all. You had 4 under 3. Oh, Lord Jesus. You said that was a thorough search. The fork might have been in the pocket. I don't know what they was doing. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want no parts of it. Okay, come on, y'all. I don't know why I don't got this light lighter than this. I'm going to figure this out. Here we go. So you need your book 2, and you need to be on page 393. Yeah, you need to be on page 393. A review of history. Yeah, that part. That part. I know people that did. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all ready? Book 2. Book 2, page 393. Listen. Do, 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 do. That's what I be feeling like. Come on. Is y'all ready? Okay. We ready. All right. Get your Twitter fingers ready. If you got a device you normally look this up on, I know it's early in the morning, but we're gonna be doing some definitions and looking up stuff. So you want to have your stuff. Good morning, everybody. All right. I don't need these. I need these to see y'all, not this. All right. It says, "But come hear my woeful history of the Latin lace." What does woe mean? W-O-E. Right into it. We jumping right in. What does woe mean? I don't let people in my life. Sorry about that. Destruction. Sorrow. Warning. Sorrow. What? But come and hear my sorrowful, my warning, my destructive history of the Latin race. You should be in book 2. Oh, I'm sorry, book 1. Y'all was right. Sorry, not book 2, book 1. Get over it. I have my meds this morning. Sorry, y'all. Ooh-wee. Book 1, not book 2. I'm just reading all in the wrong book. Well, I'm in the right book, but I told y'all the wrong. Get over it. I'm human, you see. Sorry, everybody. Wondering why I didn't see it? Now you should. Book 1, things that cause sorrow, distress, and troubles. Ooh-wee. Thank you, Dad. You see, I got to laugh at the face of crazy folks because I could be crazy too. Mistaken. I'm human and I say that all the time. Sorry, y'all. Mm-hmm. But I meant to say, but what? Yeah, that's some good meds. Thank you, Dad. He knew I needed it today. Because folks is crazy. Queen said, oh, you're doing so good. Yeah, it's the meds. Yeah, it's the meds. Thank you, Dad. Ooh-wee. Come on. It's all right. Just give me a break. Start over. Oh, listen here. Yeah. Because I got to deal with crazy people and it's my mean week. I got to relax. I got to relax. Justice. Let's see, it's off today. It's okay. I'm 44. The hell? You do 900 and some classes and see ya. It is what it is. Y'all ready? Thank you, Dad. I'm happy. I don't want to be irritated. I don't want to be nothing. I just want to be cool. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Odell. How you doing? All right, let's go. So, moving on. But come and hear my woeful history of the Latin race. First of all, indeed, after the death of the kings of Egypt, all of whom the even-handed earth took under, and after the citizen of Pella, to whom all the east and prosperous west were subjected, whom Babylon tested and held out as a corpse to Philip. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alleged not truly to be descended from Zeus or Ammon. And after the one of the race and blood of Asacorus or Asaracus, who came from Troy, who split the onslaught of fire, and after many princes, and after warlike people, and after infants, children of the flock, devouring beast. Children of the flock, devouring beast. There will be a first prince who will sum up twice 10 with his initial letter. So, we read that to read this. Let's go back. Please tell me where Pella is. Good morning, everybody. Where's Pella? Or what city used to be called Pella? What city used to be called Pella? Or what region? Pella. Greece? Is it Greece? Was that the region at that time? Did you go look at a map real quick? Northwest Jordan, Macedonia, and Greece. Pella is an ancient city located in central Macedonia, Greece. It served as the capital in ancient Greek kingdom. Okay. Would this be considered a children of the flock? Would this be considered a child of the flock? The flocks of animals, the children of the flocks of animals? Which Enoch said was running rampant in the earth around the time that mythological Greece was happening. We see that in Hercules and stuff all the time, right? Right, a satyr. And they were magical beings because their fathers were angels, the first round of them. It's called the Resurrectionist. The critter people. Oh, love it here. Listen. So when we see children of the flock, I wonder if it could possibly be these people that are humanoid beings. Because they were alive in ancient Greece. Isn't that what Hercules and all of the mythological stories tell us? That this is who was alive then? Or no? Yes? Okay. Do me a favor. Real quick, Google 3 famous satyrs. And tell me where they came from. You can Google that on wherever. Google 3 famous satyrs. Isaiah does talk about them, but I'm saying they have names for them. They were beings. They have names. I told you, get your tulip fingers ready. Crocos. Theo on Disney's Hercules. I need you. Yeah. Sataroid, Crocus, and Comos. Crocus, Comos, and Selenius. Pan. Selenius, Crocus, and Pan. Who would have known that they had names that you could look up and then probably they have a story? What do you think? Who remembers that satyrs wrote songs and they wrote lore? In all the movies we see, they was writing the books and the songs, right? Erispondos was one, right? Right? Didn't they always have some type of? There is Satyr and Percy Jackson, his best friend. hmm So we have a book, and I often wonder if this book has anything to do with that. Petronius was the name of the soldier that was at Jesus's, one of the soldiers that was at Jesus's tomb too. And when we looked up where he was from the area in Greece where the satyrs used to be, and the what's the other ones? The horse folks. I can't think of it. That was interesting to know. Centaurs, yes. And they say that the soldiers that were at Jesus's tomb were centurions, right? But we know that people can look like other people, but their real form can be something else, right? We know this to be true, right? Is the line of Judah fall under that half? There is no real line of Judah. Yeah. Not really. Never connected centaurs to centaurians. Yeah. And they from the same area. If you go in Greek mythology and look up where the centaurian soldiers came from or where they lived in Greece, that's where that guy was from. We did a class on that. Y'all remember? Y'all remember we did that? Yeah. All right. Here we go. Next one. Who is Ammon? Where is Ammon found in the Bible? Ammon. What story is he connected to? The Ammonites? What did... And we've done this before, but let's do it again because, why not? Ammon is in Jordan and it means teacher or builder. Who remembers what they used to call the giants? A son of Lot. You remember what happened to Lot? What happened to Lot? His daughters SA'd him and had children by him. And races of giants came out of that. Several. Okay. Can you go look up Job's brother Nereus and tell me what he looks like? Nereus. Nereus. Can you go look him up? You see this symbol a lot, don't you? This one right here. We see this a whole lot. What is the picture of his brother look like? He looks like a man and a fish. Sometimes with the, it is the nautilus shell. A merman. And sometimes he has the body of this. But his tail be curled up like that, don't it? You see it? So Nereus in the Greek religion, a sea god called by Homer Old Man of the Sea, was actually Job's brother from the Bible. Good morning, Auntie. Good morning, everybody. Okay. Yeah, it's a real thing. And then, if we go to our handy dandy One World Tartarians book, of course, and go back here, what's it say? Right? It's showing us all the giants that used to be here. It wouldn't when the pictures were still black and white. And we see American soldiers right there. And then we heard of a story where the American soldiers found a giant with red hair, and he stunk, and he was out there in the wild smelling like 100 dead skunks. Remember? Remember? Huh? They have a picture of it right there. Wonder who carried that. Give you a scale size. This is one for a regular human person, right? And you see it. You see it. Now, who the hell was carrying those? Who? Who was carrying that? Who was walking up these big old steps when those are the people right there looking like ants, exactly like it says in the Bible? Who was carrying that big old gun? Who was carrying that big old knife? Who was reading these big old books that's taller than 6 feet? Who was doing that? Who was doing that? Who was carrying those? Who? Who was doing that? Who was needing these big old doors and the people look like ants right there? I wonder. You mean like in the Bible that we read? Those books are in the state building here? Okay. Giant books. I bet they are. They probably didn't found them under all the when they was building all the tunnels under the ground for the dang train systems and stuff. Let me put this back. So it make you wonder if ours is this big, who was carrying them other ones? Wonder. Things that make you go, right? there's a race of people in the Bible called the Ammonites. And we know they were giants. And we also know that they were like a seafaring people as well. And we see a lot of sea monsters, sea creatures in Greek mythology. You mean that's where they went? When they started conquering the earth, when God said that men spread out all over the earth after the seventh generation from Adam? Of course they did. Yeah, they still alive. Giants that been coming out. And this is what happened when the flood happened. These are not sculpted. These are the people that were using those big old things. And there goes the other dinosaurs that was around here. Y'all see Elephant Island? Because things that are 450 feet tall are going to definitely need some big animals, don't you think? No, the Titans and stuff are not alive. And if you go to Enoch, book 1, chapter 10, it talks about how God basically started the giant wars and made them unalive each other. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's funny, people try to separate science from the Bible, but the Bible is the science. That's how they be finding out. All those excavations they do and different things like that, they go to the Bible and look up where it say it was, and then they go find it. But they tell y'all not to listen to it, but that's how they know how to dig up Solomon's temple and all the tuts and all of that. They go to the Bible. They don't just go get regular maps. They go straight to the word and go get it. But they tell you, oh no, don't listen to it. Don't. Oh, okay. Well, don't. Then well, then don't. Here we go. Some people just don't want to understand. That's the truth. All right, here we go. So it says, and after the one of the race and blood of a Saccharis. I don't know how to say that. So let's look that up. Assaracus. Who is it? And it says, too, that it's not truly descended from Zeus or Ammon. And we know Ammon was a real person. That was Lot's son. So Zeus and Ammon was living at the same time? Or are they the same person? Y'all hear my stomach? Every time I get on here, it's like how kids wait till they get in front of people and be like, I'm hungry. Like, that's how I be feeling every time I get on here. Mm-hmm. Catapults and cannons are huge and small. People use them. Elijah, your point was what? By saying that, honey? It says Issachar is the second son of Tros. Okay. So I wonder then, in 1907 and 1898 and 1899, when they was finding all of these giant tools and they're all around, everywhere. I wonder who was using them. I wonder. All of the giant people that they say they found in here, and that they're still finding. Men drive big trucks. You're telling me something that I already know. I lift stuff that's way heavier than I should be able to lift. I understand, but that doesn't take away the fact that the people that built them were way bigger than us. I mean, if you don't want to open your mind to that fact, then you just stay over there. I'm not really worried about it. Hey, I've been live. Still more towards the end. So, anyway, like I said, let's move on. Now that we know that it's the second son of someone, Tros, when you go and you get looks like this. Let me just open it so y'all can see. Right? You see this? Y'all see it? Right? Gigantism is described as accelerated growth during childhood from the production of an excess growth hormone. Gigantism is a human genetic disorder that is described by accelerated growth during childhood from the production of excess growth hormones. Doesn't mean that people were bigger at all, as a matter of fact. You're right. Moving on. So that disorder says exactly what Genesis 6 says, that there were giants in the land, Nephilims, the sons of Anak, the Canaanites, the Amorites, the Hittites. You said what? The mountain builders, the mythological gods, the people that were 450 feet tall. The people that have been practicing miscegenation, mixing animals and spiritual beings together with humans and making beasts, as to why back in the day, before the 1800s, dinosaurs used to be called dragons, and then they came up that word, and now they're dinosaurs. But prior to that, anywhere that you saw a large lizard, which is what dinosaur means, giant lizard, and giants didn't come onto the land until the seventh generation from Adam, when the 200 angels came down and beat the brakes off cows, horses, dogs, whatever they could get themselves into. So, I mean, Can you tell me what books you should start reading for this knowledge? I would start in the Old Testament Supergrapha, which is what we read. They got them on sale for $48. Book 1 and book 2 together. Cheapest they didn't been in 2 years. No one was out there lying in the scrolls properly. If you could read back then, no reason to. Come on, sir. Can you please help them understand that everybody had a scribe? Everybody, it was not the way y'all document history and video recording. None of that is new. Thank you. And people feel, I mean, it's just say you don't want to open your eyes. That's say you don't want to open your eyes instead of saying everything is fake. Folks, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I was looking for the black book. That's what I'm looking for. Folks, I mean, if you just want to stay over there, then do that. I don't understand why folks be trying to. Y'all don't see me going on nobody, nothing, telling folks what ain't. I just stay over here in my lane by myself. But we already know what it be. They done watch 18 YouTube videos and that's it. Not trying to be funny. So, who got their big green book? Who got your big green book? I gotta run to the restroom too. Who got your big green book? Please tell me who was alive in the Bible between 3000 to 1150 BCE. So in the beginning, 3000, go back from 3000 to 1150 BCE. Tell me in the Bible who was alive during that time before we read what I'm getting ready to read to you right now. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. Who we got? Who was alive? I love y'all. We use our manners. Can you please tell me the name of the yellow book? It's called the Old Testament Pseudepigrapha by James Charlesworth, excuse me. Y'all just give me some. Thank you. Enoch, Nahor, Abraham. Who else lived during that time? Seth. They did live almost to 1,000 years old, and their days overlapped. We know this because of our big, beautiful green book we have. This one. Methuselah, Isaac, Jacob and Isaac, okay. Noah, right? And so, okay. So when you're going back and you're looking at mythology, right? Good morning, Sonia. Right? Cain was alive. Okay. Jared was alive. Okay. So when you go back and you're studying mythology, and we get ready to read about Athena real quick. Noah was only 502 years old. Okay. Right? So look, it says Athena was the Greek goddess of war, wisdom, and crafts. And she was the protectress of cities, especially Athens. Where was Athens? Okay. 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 Sorry, y'all. A patroness of crafts and craftspeople, she had a particularly strong associations with women's crafts of spinning and weaving, but her oversight of crafts extended to carpentry and metalwork, and overlapping in this regard with Hephaestus, with whom she was linked in cult. Prominent among her numerous cult titles were Ergane, craftswoman or maker, Nike. Athena's other name was Nike. Now, why does that mean a lot to us? Job's what? She was Job's kid. She was Job's daughter. Or Job's son. They have it as son. I don't know if it's son or daughter. But it should be daughter. Yeah. Nereus is Job's brother, the father of the Nereids. Can you go tell me what a Nereid looks like? What does a Nereid look like? What's the name of what book? This one? A Nereid looks like a merman. A mer person. And he got 10 children back. The fish people. Sea nymphs. So Job's nieces were sea nymphs and his daughter was Nike. Ever heard of Almathea's horn? Is that from Greek mythology as well? Tell me who Almathea is. I got to wake my daughter up and scream that Athena was Nike and that was Job's kid. Don't be waking my niece up. It's Saturday. Let her sleep. You're welcome. Thank you, Leanne. I appreciate that. It was, but who was she in Greek mythology? Almathea. Who was she in Greek mythology? The woman who bothered Zeus. So Job's daughter is Almathea's horn, one of his second set, if I'm not mistaken, of children. Also, these three girls, if you've ever watched Once Upon a Time, the show, Elsa, what's their names? The foster mothers. Elsa and Anna, and they had a third sister. And Once Upon a Time, they had a third sister, Emma. Now, this is the thing. If you read this story of Job's daughters, the second set of daughters, God blessed all his kids like with stuff. The three daughters, they got like a shawl or a magical bracelet, and all three of the sisters had it. And it had magical powers. The golden cords. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's what happened. Mm-hmm. So let's look. It says, thus when he called, when the one called Hemera arose, she wrapped around her own string, just as her father said, and she took on another heart, no longer minded toward earthly things, but she spoke ecstatically in the angelic dialect, sending up a hymn to God in accord with the hymnic style of the angels. And she spoke ecstatically. She allowed the Spirit to be inscribed on her garment. Then Acacia bound hers on, and her heart changed so that she no longer regarded worldly things. And her mouth took on the dialect of the archons, And she praised God for the creation of the heights. So if anyone wishes to know the creation of the heavens, he will be able to find it in the hymns of Casia. Hmm. 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 Then the other one also, named Almathea's horn, bound her on her cord, and her mouth spoke ecstatically in the dialect of those on high. Since her heart also was changed, keeping aloof from worldly things, for she spoke in the dialect of the cherubim, glorifying the master of virtues by exhibiting their splendor. And finally, whoever wishes to grasp a trace of the potential splendor will find it written down in the prayers of Amathea's horn. Oh, there it is. Does that say Ammon in Libya and Ammon in Ethiopia? You mean the same Ammon that is the son of Lot? Was it Ethiopia? Really? Uh. No. What? Ammon was the Greek iteration of Amun. Like Amun Ra. You mean you was worshiping a real person? What? And now you know why God be mad when you be worshiping people that was humans or have angel. So then when we go back over here to our lovely book that we always go to, and it says right here in this big old book right here, again, instead of the Chaldeans, the Greek names of the kings of Babylon and Assyria are herein given as they are most commonly found and used: Juno, Jupiter, Neptune, Vulcan, and the like. The world is one big puzzle waiting to be put together. And yes, Lord Jesus. So when you go and you understand why God was pissed, because people be worshiping people that used to really be alive, regular. Now they might have been a child of an angel, because we know that the Ammonites came out of Lot, and Lot, the Ammonites, the Moabites, they were all giants. I told y'all that you cannot study the Bible without studying Egyptian literature, Persian literature, because these are all the children that came out of Adam and Eve. It was their great grandkids. Do you hear me? Do you understand? And this is why I gotta be pissed when you be worshiping people. I told y'all that used to be alive. They were the children. They were the reprobates, the bastards. The grandchildren, if you could say, of God, but God had disowned their fathers. And you worship them? They were the part of the angels that protected the sun. Part of the angel that protected the part of the angels that protected the waters. This is why they were worshipped as sea gods and things like that, because they did have their daddy's powers. It was an angel of the water, an angel of the flowers, an angel of the field, an angel of this and an angel of that. God has several angels that guard over his creation, all of it. Every bit of it has an angel, just like in Tinkerbell, how there is a fairy for everything. A fairy for the flowers, a fairy for the dew, a fairy for the water, a fairy for the sun, a fairy for... They stole that because there really is angels that do all of those things. Exactly. Do you hear? So this is why when they tell you you shouldn't study certain things, well, then you'll never get to all the knowledge, because you're arguing about things. And I keep telling people it's all the same stories. Just like when I went and read, like I said, Buddhism and Hindu and Confucian. It's Proverbs and Psalms. Buddhism is. It's Proverbs and Psalms. I said this is Proverbs and Psalms. It makes sense if all the wise men went to Solomon. And they went to Noah, and they went to all of these people. That makes sense. They always was traveling a long way to go see a wise man about an issue. That ain't nothing new. But when you start to see that it's the same stories, like I told y'all at the Tower of Babel, when God changed the language, he didn't change the stories, he just changed the language. So everybody got some kind of savior born around 25th, or they're celebrated around September 25th. Buddha, this person, that person. Same stories. Manu and all this. Everybody got a flood story. Everybody. And the calendars wasn't the same, because our races of people didn't start at the same time. So people clock their stuff differently. But even if you look in here and it says, on one of these pages, right back here. Look at this. Everybody got a different date for the deluge or the flood. But it's all BC. So Usher and English Bible say 23. Hebrew Bible says the time. Playfair says the time. The Sumerian Pentateuch says the time. Josephus, the Septuagint says the time. But it depends on what calendar they was on. But all of them got one. 2,348 years to the birth of Christ from when the deluge happened. Really? It was 2,348 years until Christ was going to be born from the flood. That's interesting. And there goes Sidon. See him right there? All of them was giants. Nimrod was a giant. And the Bible said it was giants on the earth before and after the flood. Both times. Yeah. You're welcome. So when you understand that all of these people had, like the Asian dynasties and all of these things were running side by side, and then you go and you get books like this, right? That let you know, excuse me, that it's all the same stories, it's just their names was changed. Is this going on YouTube? They always do. Tristan, we got 900 and plus videos over there of all of these. CERCA TROVA 22. Yep, this is what we do pretty much every day, even on Saturday. Even on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, here we go. It says, who came from Troy, who split the onslaught of fire, and after many princes, after warlike people, after infants, children of the flock, devouring beasts, there will be the first prince who will sum up twice 10 with his initial letter. He will conquer long in wars. He will have his first letter of 10, so that after him will reign whoever obtained an initial, the first the first of the alphabet. Thrace will crouch before him, and Sicily, then Memphis. Memphis cast down headlong through the wickedness of its leaders and of an indomitable woman who fell upon the wave. He will give laws to the peoples and subordinate all things. After a long time, he will hand over sovereignty to another who will present a first letter of 300. And the beloved name of a river. He will rule over the Persians and Babylon. He will indeed then conquer the Medes with a spear. Then whoever obtained an initial of 3 will rule. Next, the prince, who will have twice 10 on his first letter, but he will reach the farthest waters of Oceanus, cleaving the tide under the Estonians. Okay, so these are all races of people that lived in ancient Greece, right? But we know who the Medes are, right? This is where we get Mediterranean, the Medes, the people of the Medes. And if you have this book, a lot of that is describing the wars that happened before the flood and then right after. A lot of these people, right? A lot of these wars are mentioned in these books. See? And they was black folks for real. This is the right color of the people, because the earth, when the Bible says they spread out over the earth, it's a real thing. See? And it tells you what time and all that old good stuff. Yeah. You see it. These were the ancient Greeks. The first round of them, once they came straight up out of Africa over into Europe. Tells you about the wars they was fighting and who they was fighting them with. Darius from Persia, the Persian Empire. Oh, and we know who the Persians was, right? They was fighting Darius. The Greeks was. This war is in the Bible, because Darius is in the Bible too. But we know for a fact that the Persians kind of looked like this. Hmm. You don't believe me? I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you. I'm about to show I'm about to show. Yeah, I'm about to show. I'm about to show. I'm about to. You see it. You see the headdress for the Persians. You see it. Huh. Huh. So the Greeks from mythology were fighting against the Persians. Thermopylae. Oh. Mm. Mm. He got his French braids going back there. You see him. Just took his braids down. So if Alexander and Black was a black Greek, doesn't that mean Cleopatra? They were black. Yeah. How many white women you know walking around with braids and beaded wigs on right now? Go to any black church, you're going to see at least one. You don't see no Caucasian 70-year-old and 50-plus ladies walking around with a braided bob, babe. But you go to any black church, you're going to see. And they going to have them gold things all over. Talking, praise the Lord. Girl, I done got me some new hair sister doing a shout and I'm weird. Yeah, come on. No. Yeah, my YouTube is CERCA TROVA 22. Mm-hmm. Don't believe them when they tell you. This was the ancient Romans. Here go your Iliad right here. Look. That's Homer. And you see the dog person? You see them with the human feet? You mean just like it said in Enoch? So this is ancient Greece. Horse people. And real blackity black. I'm black, I'm black, I'm black, I'm black, I'm black, I'm black, I'm black. Black like that black. That's how they look back in the original Greece. And they be telling you that the original Egyptians was black on black on black on black on black on black on black. You said what? The bird peoples. No, man. So the basalt wasn't just, it was the skin tone. Like we would make somebody's skin tone now if they was to do a sculpture of them. Mm-hmm. An original Egyptian. This is how they used to look before they lightened them up. See it? And she got goat ears. I don't know if you can see that on the side. You see her face? This is what a lot of the Asians' faces look like now. And like the black folks over in different countries, that's how they face look without the ears. See the skin tone? And this ain't just because it's black and white. There go your Game of Thrones dude. Black granite statue. A black granite statue. So they use basalt, black granite, But there go your Game of Thrones dude right there. This book is called The Cultural Atlas of the World of Ancient Egypt. A lion-headed goddess. You mean like the children of the flock? Because that would be considered the children of the flock. And in ancient Greece, there were animal people. And in ancient Egypt, there were animal people. And everything over there used to be real, real black. You see all that? In the 30th dynasty, they were still real black. So you just got bird people walking around like it ain't nothing. And blue people. And then real, real black people. And a few light-skinned folks. You said what now? So they've been telling us the whole time that at the same time, just like in Greek mythology, that there was... And people will say, oh, you shouldn't read that. Well, then, I mean, do you want to know or do you don't? Do you do or do you don't? That's what I got a question for you. Because it's all in here. Everything. Who is Oceanus? I believe his name is on this lovely... The part of him is covered up, but I think he over there. Oceanus. The water god. I think he covered up in one of these. That's what the maps, that's what be on it. That's he on this map. And he's a half fish, half man. On here. His name is on this. Probably the Mongolian greenish spot that be on a lot of, yeah. Because my kids had Mongolian spots too. They sure did. The oldest of the Titans, it says. The same Titans that's listed here in this, in this sibling oracles back. Back here? The seventh generation, like it said in the Bible, the Titans, the seventh generation of humans. Then the Titans came. Thereafter, another grievous, mighty second race of earthborn, a second race of earthborn men, because the first race was already born, which was the race God made. They were the second race. Why they be lying talking about they created man? No, y'all came from man. You don't think that's crazy? Thereafter, another grievous, mighty second race of earthborn people will arise, the Titans. Each individual will have a similar form, appearance, and size. They will be one in nature and one language. This got previously put in their breast from the first generation, but they will also have a proud heart, and finally, rushing towards destruction, will plot to fight in opposition against the starry heaven. And then the rushing of the mighty ocean and raging waters will be among them. The flood. The flood. Which is exactly what the Bible says in Genesis. Because if you go to Genesis 6 right now, it says, when the sons of God came down and saw that the daughters of men was beautiful, they blew their back out and had some Nephilim kids by them. And then the earth had to be flooded. That's what it say in Genesis 6. It says this exact same thing, that in the seventh generation from Adam, in the days of Jared, that happened. And it says here the seventh generation. And that's when the Titans came. Who the heck is the Titans? You mean these people? That were calcified or petrified? when the hot water came up with the mud and stuff. You mean the Tartarians? Them? These people with brains bigger than a human that make them look like a... These folks? Huh? The mountain builders. If you watched the movie of Noah, you saw that, didn't you? Who watched Noah? Ain't this what the rock giants look like in Noah? That was helping him? And when they lost their spirit, they shot up and said, God, Father, forgive me. Because they showed man stuff they wasn't supposed to show him. You saw Noah. He looked just like this. You know who else looked like this? The dude from Never Ending Story. The rock god that rode the bike. Yes, Noah is a good watch. It showed you they had magic back then, didn't it? And it also tells you what we read, I believe it's in Jasher or Jubilees, about when God skinned them animals and gave Adam and Eve their clothes, that those were magic things and they got on the ark with Noah. As to why people can wear magic cloaks and stuff right now. The reason that the magicians carry a magic stick is because Adam had one. God gave him a staff out of the Garden of Eden. That's the same staff that Moses parted the Red Sea with. And some other people did some magic with it. That was Adam's stick out of the garden. Aaron had it. I can't think of who else had it. A couple of other people had it too. I think Abraham, Aaron, Moses, and Adam. And then this is why they do that. Everything that's in magic is stolen from the real story. But because we don't get access to the real stories, where is it now? I don't know who has it. I'm sure probably it's in the Smithsonian or the Vatican. One of the two. Unless God didn't hid it away. I think Jacob might have had it too. I can't remember. But I know a few of them had it. Yep. But we don't have those other stories. Well, we do, but they're not told. So then, you know. But it's all in like the book of Adam and Eve, the book of Jasher, the book of Jubilees. They're in those books. If you want to know more. And in Josephus. Yep. So I'm about to go. We did an hour and 30 minutes on a Saturday morning. I didn't want too much. I didn't even know where we was going to go with this. But I knew it was going to be juicy. So I love y'all. And I'll probably see y'all later. Gonna get back in the bed because I'm about to. I love y'all. You said, so you're going to leave me. I'll be back later. I've been up, though, since like 5, so. Probably about to go take me a nap, find me some food. It's Saturday, y'all. Yes. You're welcome. What's up, Queen? I can't eat books. I'm on punishment. You hilarious. You need what book? Thank you. What book? Where can I get the printout of the Bibles in different versions? I don't know where you can get the printout, but if you go on Bible Gateway and download them, maybe. Bible Gateway is where you get the side-by-sides. I don't know where you print them, though. But you can download them to your phone though, or your iPad or your whatever from Bible Gateway. You can download just about all those Bibles from Bible Gateway. They got the PDF thing or whatever, or however you do that. You can download them in the app. I'm guessing onto your phone and stuff, and then you might be able to print it that way. Thank you. So, okay, I don't know. Are you talking about download this one or the Bible? How many missing books are missing? It's a lot. The Bible tells you that everything that Jesus did couldn't be written down, so you have to know it's a whole bunch of them missing. But it's so worth finding them. Seeking, you will find them. We done found them, and people be mad because we done found them. You couldn't download the certificate. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll get it together. She was at work, so I'll have to get with her. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I don't know where the printout is, but I know you can download them to your phone. I don't know if you can print them after that. They have a Bible that has all the Bibles in it. They have a Bible that has several different Bible. All it's like because my godmother has it. I can't think of what it's called. I don't know if it's an interlinear Bible or whatever. But they have a Bible that has I think it's the Message or one of them like that, and it has like KJV whatever, and all the scriptures is right there together. I was gonna say this one has it too, but this is in Greek and English and Hebrew. But they got a Bible like this where all the scriptures is, you know what I'm saying? Like you can do KJV, NIV, and something and something and something. No, I don't. I don't have no list, y'all. Yeah, going to do the rewind. Good morning to there. I have a 6 parallel Bible that has 6 in it, but New Testament only. Okay. No. I'm saying on Bible Gateway, you can read 4 or 5 different Bibles at one time. You just got to click those 2 little papers that's in the corner. Yeah. And you can read 4 or 5 Bibles at a time. I don't know. Yes. A Sefer. Yeah, but I have the Sefer in other books too. Like a compilation of other books. But yeah. So I love you. I'm about to go. Hopefully y'all learned something today. You're welcome. See y'all later.